Hi, it's Ian. Today I'm practicing just a little snippet from the beginning of Samuel Barber's Excursions. I have a couple students who are working on this, and we were talking about in our lessons how important it is to get that left-hand lick, the thing that you play for virtually the whole time. And because you do it a million times, it's really important that you have a good, relaxed, kind of easy, strong feel for it. There's no tension, there's nothing, nothing gripping in your hands. So you have to... And you have to get it so good and so regular that you can have a conversation or make a video or, make dinner or play the right-hand part without even thinking about the left-hand part. One thing I notice when I'm doing this loop, my hand is actually doing a lot of in and out movement, mainly so that I don't have to twist or twist my hand, because twisting your hand, you can see how it locks up there, and that's where you get issues in the wrist with strain. So going in and out. So I'm going up into the first octave. That's because our thumbs are shorter than the rest of our fingers, and instead of twist to get there, I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to come out on the long fingers and go in again to the black key, and then going around and out going out again helps my second finger get back to the G. So I'm going in, out, in, also out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. That should help. Now, when you add the right hand to this little vamp, the right hand has to cross over. So it's important when you start playing that you're prepared for that. When you start the piece, before you start the piece, shift your seat a little bit and just make sure your weight is really centered here so that when you reach over, you're not like, you're not twisting your body. You can still line up center keyboard. I think I'm lining up. In fact, let's try lining up. I'm going to line up the center of my body with middle C. And then that way I'm here. And when I reach over, I don't have to lean too far. I think that'll work well. There's a few things that go up high, but I think this will be a good idea. Now, when it comes to this right hand, it's the same thing. You have to be a good, strong position. The fingering I do is 1, 4, 1, 5. 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3. And do it in a way so that your arch between those two fingers is very strong, because you want to just basically rock back and forth on them. And then the last three notes, 2, 2, 5, 3, again, like I was talking about before, going in and out. 2, 5, 3 makes a little out and in circle. Here, let me move the camera over. Okay, now we're down on the bass here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how I'm just nice and rocking, and it's very strong and it's very secure. Obviously the marking at the beginning is piano, so I want to be able to play it softly. But more important when I'm figuring out my physicality is how to be really strong and weighted in the keys. Because once you're really strong and weighted in the keys, then you can lighten up. But if you start too light and you develop some bad habits about tension and twisting, then you're in bad shape. So now that I've got a pretty good feel for the physicality of it, let's try to lighten it up and get the atmosphere that he wants. It's important to note, he writes at the very first measure, senza pedal, without pedal. So that's a pretty explicit instruction. You know, you may be tempted, but no, don't, no pedal. Okay, now we're in business. We've got some energy, it's quiet, it's kind of simmering, that's really good. And what that sets up is when the melody comes in on measure 4, we don't have to do too much and it'll just spark. And there, you put the pedal with your right hand, actually. You want that kind of searing sound that the pedal can get. There we go. Here we go again. Also, nothing wrong with just vamping a little bit. In fact, this is pretty cool. You could just experiment a little bit, make a little etude. Okay, there it falls apart. Okay, we'll get to the rest of the piece in another video or in our piano lessons this week.